Hey guys, welcome back. So today is I hauled it, but did I like it? Now some of these might be a little bit of a like, what? Where the hell did you get that from? Because I have actually been like here and there doing really small hauls. You might see them on my Instagram if you guys follow me. If you don't, I would highly suggest following me on Instagram because when I do buy a couple products here and there, I tend to put them on Instagram and not haul them. I should probably get my shit together and do a collective haul kind of thing. But then I forget what I had. Like, I'm like, So if you don't remember me hauling it or whatnot, who gives a shit? Let's just get into the reviews. I actually have quite a bit of things I want to talk about in this I hauled it. Just because they're small items doesn't mean it's going to be any shorter of a video, because I'll still talk about them and blab and go on and on and on. But they are some really good products. So let's get into this and see what I think. Why am I singing? Ugh. So the first thing that I want to talk about is some concealers. And the first one is something you saw me haul, and that is the Tarte Maracuja? I know I'm not saying that right, but the Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. This, I'm telling you, I have been having the worst luck with Tarte's face products. Now, I've heard left and right that this is, without a doubt, one of the best concealers on the market right now. Where are you guys getting this information from? Why are these people coming on and saying they love this? I don't understand. Now, it is kind of like the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. It's really, really fucking thick. Like, really thick. And so you only need not even a pea-sized amount. Literally like half of a pea-sized amount. But this is in fairly light neutral, which was, I think, fourth away from their lightest shade. So I thought that it would either be my skin tone or just a little bit lighter to be able to highlight with as well. This is just merely for covering blemishes and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know, maybe you personally use this for your under eye. I can't. It's so thick that it does crease. No matter how much you set this, it creases. It's really, really, really thick. Like, I can't deal with it. This and the foundation are just too thick, and I usually really like thick foundations. Now this does cover. It has the coverage, like crazy coverage. That's why I'm saying it's probably better for blemishes, but for your under eye, no. I tried this, and besides that point, it was so light that it made my whole face, like it messed up my whole face when I used it that one day, and I was so mad. And I've tried it twice after that, so 3 times in all over, and I'm just, no. Like, it's so light that it makes, gross. It makes my under eyes look not natural. You know, it's not a natural brightening to it. It just doesn't look natural, period. So my best advice here, if you wanted to get this, do not get it for your under eyes. Get it for blemishes, because it will conceal your blemishes really, really good. It will work amazingly for you for that. So don't get it in a shade lighter thinking that you're going to use it as an under eye brightening concealer, because it's not going to work for you. If you're anything like me, it's not going to work for you. But if you want to use this for your blemishes, I would say get your skin tone and it might work amazingly. So now I'm stuck with a concealer that is way too light, once again with Tarte, and that I really just can't do anything with. So I'm not happy with this product. The next concealer is from Wet n Wild. Now, I was recently at 5 and Below. I believe that's what it's called. They just recently came to my town. So I've been in there, and they have a lot of makeup, but most of their makeup is like, I believe it's Prestige, and Wet n Wild, and just kind of like city colors, I think, like off-brand kind of dollar store things, lower-end drugstore items, and really good nail polishes. So I was looking through their Wet n Wild because I hear so many good things about Wet n Wild, but it's just not a company that I look at very often for anything. So I was looking at the concealers, and I'm like, you know what, I haven't heard too many people talking about their concealers. I am a concealing whore, so let's just grab it and try it out. It's not good, you guys. It's not good. Now, it looks like it comes off very, very creamy, and it is. It's very, very creamy. But when I tried to blend this out and I used my finger, I tried using a sponge, and I tried using a brush, it just blends away. It blends away into nothing. Like, it blends and blends, and then before you know it, your bags are back again. The concealer is completely gone, and I'm just like, where the hell did you go? Where did you go? I think this would be a really good concealer for like a kid that's just starting out in makeup, a teenager who's just starting to wear makeup, doesn't have really that under eye baggage problem, and so they don't have to blend out as well. They can just kind of like pat it and leave it there, maybe set it. I don't know, but this just, I tried it so many different ways. I even applied like probably half the freaking tube on my eye, like under my eye, and it just always just blends away. Completely blends away no matter how I put it on my under eye. So this was not good for me. It just, where did you go, Wet n Wild? Where did you go? Alright, now I want to talk about some eyebrow gels. Let's go back to when I hauled the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Eyebrow Gel, and I said that I'd probably end up loving this and then I'd be screwed. I did end up loving this. It is really, really good. It does make your eyebrows a little bit crunchy though, like just a little bit. Not to the point where you'd be like, oh, this is just horrible, you know, like my eyebrows are spiky enough to kill someone. No, it's not like that. It's a little bit hard because, I mean, obviously if it's, sorry about that. So, you know, obviously if you want a good hold on your eyebrows, it's really hard to find something that's not going to make them a little bit hard in order to hold them down. This is what this does. This is amazing. I really do like it, but I have found something that I actually like better, which is a little bit cheaper. So I will use this while I have it. I do recommend it if it's in your financial budget and you just cannot find anything that is working for your eyebrows. Try the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. I haven't tried the one that's colored. I don't know about that, but I do know that the clear one works really, really well. The wand on it, I don't care for how big the wand is on it. If you have like bigger eyebrows, it'll work great for you, but if you have thinner eyebrows, this might be a pain in the butt for you. That is something that I do not like, is how big the brush is. It just, I mean, as long as it's clear, you know, it's a clear brow gel, so I'm okay, because if it goes all over my eyebrow or the skin around my eyebrow, you can't tell. But if this was colored, it would be such a pain in the ass. The next one I want to talk about is the Benefit Gimme Brow. Now, I really just did not think I liked this. I got this in this shade, which is, what shade are you in? Medium deep. And then I got one that was a little bit lighter of a brown color. The lighter one, which is what one of the Benefit people at Generation Beauty told me to get, was the lighter one. That one made my eyebrows look like they were like a mix between blonde and orange. Like, it was horrible. This one works perfect, especially with my new hair that I got. And I wanted to tell you guys, thank you so much for all the kind comments about my hair. I didn't think that it was that big of a deal, so I didn't mention it. And then it's like, that's all people are mentioning in my comments now. And I actually felt like it washed me out and made me look kind of so all of your guys' really awesome comments have just lifted me up and made me feel so pretty with this hair color. So you'll definitely be seeing and hearing about this hair color in an empties video. I did keep the box to show you guys because this is a new hair dye, at least to me, and it's awesome. So I just wanted to say thank you, but let's get back to the brows. I don't know, we're trailing off here. So yeah, so I got this one, and I don't believe that this is the actual size of them. I think this was just a deluxe size sample, so the actual size is much bigger. But this gives you color, and it gives you actual color. Like, I've tried stuff from the drugstore, like that Maybelline Brow Drama, whatever the hell that was. That was a horrible mess. But that said that it gave you a tint of color, and there just, for me personally, was no color. I'm just like, where is this tint of color? This, I don't have to use a powder on my eyebrows anymore to fill in the spare, you know, the spare little pieces on it. I don't have to do that. This completely evenly applies color to my eyebrows. Not too much, but enough to actually be able to do something. And what I really like about it is this wand. The wand is just a teeny tiny little thing, and it works perfectly. You know, you need a wand this small to get in there and then not make a mess and be precise. And it is like a cone. Even though it's tiny, it's like a little tiny cone. So you can really get at the ends with the tip of it and not have to worry about getting color all over your eyebrows. The only thing that I really don't care for about this is it seems to kind of junk up a little bit. And I don't know, I think I would have to wash the wand, to be honest, before. Because, I mean, this is a deluxe size sample, so the regular size is going to be much bigger, which means you won't go through it as fast as you would this. And already, I'm probably maybe a quarter through this, and the wand is already getting really junky, which is making it hard to get through my brows. So that's not something I really like, but, I mean, we can get through it if we just wash the applicator. I mean, it's a pain in the butt, but it's worth it. I would highly recommend the Benefit Gimme Brow. They've really got something going on here, and I'm just like, I'm so sorry. I never thought of you before. Alright, moving on to an eye primer. This is something that I got in my Generation Beauty bag. I have hair all over me. This is the Jessie's Girl eyeshadow primer. Now, when I hauled this, so many of you were like, you're gonna love this. Oh my gosh, it's so good. You guys, I hated it. I hated it so much. And I feel like I'm kind of being a downer in this I hauled it. But this is just too oily for me. It slid all around my eye. It did not set. It didn't get tacky. It made my eyeshadow crease so bad. I have oily lids to begin with, so creasing with my eyeshadow is something that happens a lot to me, so I have to use something that is going to mattify my eye. This would be great if you have dry eyes. If your eyelids are super dry, this will be your best friend. You will love this. But if you have oily lids, this is not good. This is not good at all. It makes more of a mess than anything. It's not good for me. It's just not good for me. Moving on to something that I recently hauled and you guys did not see, and this is the Flower Cream Shadow. I have not heard anybody talk about these at all, and why? Why are we not talking about these amazing shadows? Now, for me, I personally love cream eyeshadows. I have a whole drawer dedicated to eyeshadows that are cream because they're so easy to apply. That's why I love ColourPop. It's because you just set them down on your lid and it's like pigmented like crazy. You don't have to do any work with like Max Fix Plus or whatever, any kind of spray that you use. You don't have to do any of that. You don't have to go over it and over and over it and worry about fallout. It's just one application. It's pigmented, it's bright, it's beautiful, and it stays all day. So I love cream shadows. I picked this up. I believe it was like $9. It's in between the $9 and $12 range. So it is a little bit expensive for drugstore, but it's better than most high-ends that I've ever tried. And I have high-end cream shadows, and I'm telling you, this is better and way, way cheaper. Now, I got this one in Marigold, which is just kind of like a gold color, because I always go for the same kind of colors, you guys, like gold, silvers, pretty browns. And it does look a little funky. Like, you open it up and you're like, there's something wrong with my eyeshadow. There's really not. It's just the formulation on it. It's more of like a whipped texture to the cream shadow. But you guys, oh, it's so creamy. It's so, you only need just the lightest touch of this. And it's so pigmented. And I do have a picture of this on my Instagram if you guys want to check that out. But it is so pretty and it's so bright and it looks so good on your eyelids. So I'm definitely going back and picking up probably every single eyeshadow that they have in the cream form from Flower. Flower is really kind of like the underdog in the drugstore. Not a lot of people are talking about it, and some of their stuff is hit and miss. But I have found so many things in there that are hits. Oh God, I'm losing my voice. I found so many like items from Flower that the hits, like they're hits, but their hits are like better than high-end hits, you know? So when you do find a hit from Flower, you find like treasure, like hidden golden treasure. That's what you find. So I highly recommend checking out some of their products because some of their products are going to shock you. This shocked me. It's gorgeous. Alright, moving on before I freaking go nuts over that eyeshadow. I wanted to talk to you guys about the Laura Gellar, and this is their Baked Gelato Vivid Swirl Blush and Papaya. And this is something that we got in that swag bag as well. I don't know how I feel about this. Well, I do know how I feel about it, but I think that I'm going to keep it and try it out a little bit more. But I wanted to tell you guys my thoughts on it as I go. This is a really pigmented blush, and of course it is baked, so you can use it, you know, wet, but you don't need to because, I mean, look at that. It's just the color. I think the color is just not me. It's way too bright. It's way too, like, pinky red, and I don't know how I feel about it. I've tried using it twice, and I just had to go over it with something else because I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. So I think that it may be the color choice on this because it is very pigmented, as you can see, and it does blend out pretty well. But I mean, for a baked shadow, they're usually, or baked blush, baked anything really, they're usually lighter in pigmentation because you can use them wet or build them up to be more pigmented. This is just so pigmented right off the bat that it's kind of hard to work with. So I'm not really sure how I feel about these, and I probably should have waited until I actually had a like concrete feeling about it before coming on here about it, but I really wanted to go step by step with this for you guys. I love Laura Gellar products. love her products, but this is something that I like the least in my collection. So I was kind of sad about it, and I wanted to know your guys' opinions. Should I try a different color, like a lighter color, maybe a more fall or winter color? Like, what should I do? What are your guys' opinions on this? Because for the moment right now, I'm kind of bummed about this, and it's not cheap, you know? So I'm just like, what should I feel? You guys, let me know. And the last item I want to talk about is another blush, and that is another blush that I got in my Generation Beauty. We're going to talk about these items until I'm done with them, but this is the Essence Blush Up Powder Blush. This is a really pretty blush, but it also reminds me of the Laura Gellar. It's super bright. This is orange and kind of hot pink ombre, which you can mix together. It's fine. Let's see where I can swatch this. And it's really, really pretty. I was like blown away at how pretty this is. I'm not going to use it right now just because it's way too bright. You know, there are some colors where I'm not the person that's always like, oh, I have to wear this in the fall, I have to wear this in the summer. I'm not that kind of person, but there are just some colors that just don't look right unless it's sunny out and you're going to the beach or something, you know, just like occasion appropriate. This is just not appropriate to wear right now. It is really, really bright, and it's a summer blush. That's all I can say. I have to just give in and say it's a summer blush. But I wanted to tell you guys, the Essence blush ups are amazing. It's so soft, blends wonderful. The pigmentation, as you can see, is beautiful. So these are a little bit of a hidden treasure. Now, I'm slowly kind of diving into Essence because the more that I use their products, there are hit and misses, kind of like e.l.f., but their hits are right on and can save you so much money because their hits are kind of like high-end as well. You know, when you find drugstore hits that are just as good as high-end, that's where you start saving yourself some money. So this is where it starts getting fun, you know. So I really like this blush, and I'm going to start looking at Essence a little bit more because I want to get more of this blush for one, and I want to see what else I can find that's a hit. So that is everything that I wanted to talk about in this I Hauled It, but did I like it? Please let me know your thoughts on these products, if you've used them, if you like them, if you don't like them. I just want to know, because a lot of these products are products that I don't really care for, but I may be using them wrong, or there may be other ways to use them that they can work out and they can actually become a hit for me. And that's why I love doing this talking to you guys about my feelings on products with things that I haul, is because you guys always tell me such great ways to use them, you know, alternative ways where I can at least get the use out of them, you know, for the money that I spent. I'm not wasting my money. So if you know any ways to work with any of them, especially that Tarte concealer, because I'm about to cut Tarte. You know, if it wasn't for their beautiful blushes, it would be cut out of my life. So let me know if you guys know, you know, give me your thoughts, leave me a comment down below, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.